Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about geometric representation of signals. So the objective is to discuss geometric representation of signals. Now we can see a basic form of digital communication system over here. The first block is message source. The output of this block we can consider here, that is MI, and then it is applied to the transmitter. Output of that transmitter we have considered here, that is SI of T, and that is given to the channel, and then output of that channel it is given to the receiver. So output of the receiver, that is estimation of MI. A message source emits one symbol every T seconds. Let the symbols be M1, M2 and M suffix M. Transmitter takes MI symbols incoming from message source. These MI symbols, that is input symbols, are then coded into distinct signal that is considered as a SI of T. And now it is coded symbols occupy entire T duration of MI. The signal which is shown, we can show this as a EI is equal to 0 to T integration S square I of T dt, whereas I is equal to 1 to up to M. The channel is linear. The channel noise W of T, it is always additive noise. So here what we can consider, a transmitted signal SMF and the input signal S suffix M of T, whereas the noise, that is N of T over here, and then received signal, that is noisy signal we are getting, and we are going to consider the PSD of this noise, that is NO divided by 2. From above figure we can show that X of T, it is equal to SI of T plus W of T, whereas T it is in between 0 to T, and I it is from again 1 to up to M. X of T, that is output of a channel, SI of T, that is coded symbol at the input of the channel, whereas W of T, which is considered as a white Gaussian noise. The receiver observes the received signal X of T for the interval T seconds. Then it determines the estimate of the transmitted signal SI of T or MI. Hence, the average probability of error need to be given by, that is PE, it is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 to M PI into P, and our input signal or estimate of input signal, that is nearly equal to MI divided by MI. Geometric representation of signals. We shall develop a geometric representation of signal waveforms as a points in a signal space. Such representation provides a compact characterization of signal sets for transmitting information over a channel and simplifies the analysis of their performance. Suppose we have a set of M signals waveforms SM of T, and M it is in between 1 to capital M, where we wish to use these waveforms to transmit over a communication channel. Now we can find a set of N, that is less than equal to M, orthogonal basis waveforms for our signal space, from which we can construct all of our M signal waveforms. The orthonormal in this case implies that the set of basis signals are orthogonal. Now, here we can consider the geometric representation of signals over here. Now we can consider, or once we adopt a convenient set of orthonormal basis functions, then it is possible to expand each signal in the set by considering SI of T, that is I is equal to 1 to M over here, and normally Sij, they are called as a coefficients for expansion, and they are defined also. A set of M finite energy signals Si of t, where I is equal to 1 to M, it can be represented by a linear combinations of n real valued orthonormal basis functions, that is phi j of t, where we can say j is 1 to up to n, and n is obviously less than equal to m, by which we have, let a set of real valued energy signals S1 of t, S2 of t up to Sm of t, each of duration t seconds. Therefore, having found a set of waveforms, we can express the M signals Sm of t as exact linear combination of psi j of t. Here Sm of t, it is equal to summation j is equal to 1 to n Smj psi of j of t, where m is equal to 1 to m, where Sm suffix j is suffix mj, that is nothing but integration minus infinity to infinity Sm of t psi j of t dt. If a signal can be represented by n tuple, then it can be treated in much the way as a vector. Let phi1 of t and phi2 of t up to phi n of t be n signals over here. Consider a signal x of t and suppose that if every signal can be written as above, basis functions, and we have n dimensional signal space over here, then orthonormal basis, for this we can see that is the signal set phi k of t in, it is an orthogonal set if the integration, that is minus infinity to infinity phi j of t phi k of t dt, it is equal to 0 for if j is not equal to k, and if it is, it will be equal to cj if j is equal to k over here. Now we can consider a set of m signals or m array symbols also with finite energy, and then we can express each of these waveforms as a weighted linear combination of orthonormal signals. Si of t, it is equal to summation j is equal to 1 to n Sij phi j t for I is equal to 1 to m, where n, it is less than m, that already we have considered, is the dimension of a signal space and are called orthonormal basis functions. Let for a convenient set of phi j of t, where j is equal to 1 to n and t, it is in between 0 to t. Now we can write this as a Si of t, it is equal to summation j is equal to 1 to n Sij phi j t. So S1 of t, basically we can consider, that is, or Sij of t, Ij we can consider integration 0 to t Si of t phi j of t, whereas I, it is in between again 1 to m only. Now we can represent a signal Si of t as a column vector whose elements are the scalar coefficients. Now we can see Sij, that is j is equal to 1 to n over here. Here each signal in the set, that is Si of t, can be completely determined by a vector of its coefficients. We can consider S1 is equal to vector of coefficients like S11, S12 up to S1n also. And S1 that we can consider, that is first signal in the set of Si of t. And a signal, that is Si, here we can consider a vector of coefficients like Si1, Si2 up to Sin, where Si, it is also called as a signal vector, and I is equal to 1 to m over here. These m energy signals or vectors can be viewed as a set of m points in an n dimension. Euclidean space, it is known as a signal space or signal constellation. It is the collection of m signal points or messages on the signal space over here. So here we can see a 2D signal space where phi 1 of t, or what we can say, that is we can find out S1, S2, S3 also. Now the signal, the length or norm of a vector, it is denoted by Si bar. The squared norm is the product of the vector, inner product of the vector. the cosine of the angle between two vectors. It is defined, that is cos angle between SI and SJ, whereas SI and SJ bar are the orthogonal to each other. And if E1, that is the energy of the ith signal vector over here, we can express this as a integration 0 to t SI square t dt over here. Now it may now be guessed that we should choose SI of t and SK of t such that the Euclidean distance between them should be SI bar minus SK bar. It is as much as possible to ensure that their detection is more robust even in presence of noise. Now synthesizer for generating the signal SI of t over here, and we can find out the analyzer for reconstructing the signal vector also. So at the input we can find out number of inputs are given, that is SI1, SI2 and then SIN over here. If the set of coefficient Sij with j is equal to 1 to n, we can consider an I it is as it is. It is given us, then we can use the scheme like this. The scheme, it has occurred in relation with the previous equation, that is for the Si of t is equal to summation of j is equal to 1 to n Sij phi j of t over here. The scheme, it consists of n multipliers over here, n number of multipliers. Each multiplier receives its own basis function, that is phi 1 of t, phi 2 of t, etc. along with the coefficients Si1, Si2, etc. The output of all the multipliers are then applied to an adder to get the signal Si of t over here. At its output, Si of t, it is nothing but Si1 phi 1 of t plus Si2 phi 2 of t up to Sin into phi n of t, the last term. So that addition we will be getting at this point. So we can rewrite this summation of j is equal to 1 to n Sij phi j phi j of t over here. A scheme to generate coefficients like Sij. The signal Si of t acts as an input to the scheme, and it is multiplied the basis function, that is phi 1 of t up to phi 2 and up to phi n of t, etc. And the product is integrated over a duration 0 to t by integrators which follow the multipliers again. This represents, that is graphical representation of Gram-Schmidt procedure. So here SIFT, it is applied to number of multipliers and then to the integrators to again recur our signal, that is SI and up to SIN. So the advantages of this geometric representation of energy signals is it provides mathematical platform for noise analysis of digital communication system. Geometric representation of signals can provide compact characterization of signals, and it can also simplify analysis of their performance. Thank you.